This is Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman.
Welcome back to Midweek Politics. I'm David Pakman. Please send us your emails, which we'll get to a little bit later in the show, radio@midweekpolitics.com. And of course, feel free to check out our website, midweekpolitics.com. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. You know where to find us by now. Now, here's something that is going to shock and appall you. Remember JD Hayworth, the Arizona Congressman? Well, he's now involved in a infomercial fraud scam, essentially, called National Grants Conferences. This is hilarious. This is one of those infomercials. I think it's like the half-hour deal that you see with the fake round table of people. I love these. It's just some of the funniest TV that I've ever come across is the planned talk show to sell something that may or may not even exist. This is one that says the government has tons of free money to give away. I'm sure you've seen this one. And they have JD Hayworth there. He's on the panel talking about, yes, it's true. The government has money to give away and it's your money. It's incredible. And this National Grants Conferences, I did some research into it. It's widely regarded as a fraud and as a complete scam. Here's the introduction to it. Just the first 10 seconds are going to make you cringe. And hopefully our audience is bright enough, and I believe they are, they would right away notice that this is a clear scam. Take a listen.
The following is a paid advertisement for National Grants Conferences.
I was able to get a grant for $13,000 for my roof, for the electrical work. I don't have to pay any of this money back.
Okay, so then we get to, well, what is JD Hayworth's role in this? He comes in as the smart former congressman who is going to confirm that the scam is, in fact, not a scam. Listen to this.
Wow. Well, forgive me if I sound like a skeptic, because that's a lot of money. It sounds too good to be true. Congressman, is it for real?
It is for real. Now, look, I understand the skepticism, in part because President Reagan used to say the greatest contradiction ever uttered was, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. But I'm telling you, this is really true. About 25 years ago, a decision made to get money in the hands of the American people. And though we talk about it as if it's free money, let me remind you, it's not free money, it's your money. It's money you've already surrendered to the government in terms of taxation, but the government has a chance, and you have a chance, to make an investment in yourself and, in fact, improve not only your personal economic situation, but put people to work and really help rebuild the economy on your block, in your neighborhood, happening on Main Street instead of Wall Street.
Okay, so This is it's such a scam. It's just, I can't believe JD Hayworth is even involved in this, a former congressman. Here's the thing. They're not actually, it's a two-layer scam. What the group does is they get people to shell out about $1,000 for a seminar. The seminar lasts all day. And what the seminar is set up to do is actually to convince people that even though you can get this money, it's too complicated for the ordinary person to do. So instead, on top of the $1,000 for the seminar, hire us to do this for you, and we'll get the money back for you, which again is also a scam. And they, after researching your account, they say, there's actually not any money for you personally, but refer us to some of your family, and hopefully for them we can find some of this money. It's amazing. It's amazing the amount of dollars, and I'm guessing it's certainly hundreds of thousands or maybe even a multi-million-dollar operation for free government money, infomercials. I mean, come on. And JD Hayworth is all wrapped up in it.
Brilliant.
Well, that's one word for it. Fox and Friends. We know the Fox and Friends morning show is hilarious, even though it's not an overt comedy show. It's one of the funniest shows I watch on TV. Gretchen Carlson, who is one of the three hosts, says her job is just like President Barack Obama's. Now, I know you must think I must be misinterpreting what she said. Oh, no. Take a listen.
Being President of the United States is all about. It's these tough, huge, monumental decisions. It's not about how you run a campaign. It's not about whether or not you're popular. It's not about whether or not you're a celebrity or you're good looking or tall or short. It's in a time of crisis, making these executive decisions. It's just like our job.
Okay. It's just like our job. Now, if Wolf Blitzer said his job was just like President Obama's, or imagine if Keith Olbermann said, my job is just like President Obama's, can you imagine the widespread conservative outrage? I mean, it would be everywhere. I used to get angry about Gretchen Carlson, but the rant, honestly, it almost makes me feel sorry for her. It's clear she's just incompetent. Is it not? I mean, she just doesn't get it.
I doubt it's clear to all her viewers that she's incompetent.
Well, you would think maybe there's some explanation after she says the job is just like President Obama that
I hope so.
Maybe would clear up what she meant. And here it is. You tell me if it clears it up, Lewis.
What?
I think that's the wrong clip. I don't know. I think we're looking for the second Gretchen Carlson clip, if we have it.
Not big breaking news. We just sort of roll along. But
Let's start it over. Here we go.
That's the clip.
Here's the follow-up.
What? Well, it's fun. I wonder if she's going to keep going with this thing.
It's just like our job. I mean, from a day-to-day basis, a lot of times when there's not big breaking news, we just sort of roll along. But what's the role of an anchor during huge breaking news? You remember growing up? You tuned to the television, and that one moment during the year, they would have to carry a story all along. It's the same thing as being the president of the United States.
It's the exact same thing. Does that clear it up for you, Lewis?
It does.
So what have you determined about Gretchen Carlson saying being a Fox anchor is the same as being the president?
I've determined it's bull.
Well, some of Carlson's past highlights include labeling Ted Kennedy as a hostile enemy of the United States. She also said the Texas State Board of Education was considering eliminating references to Christmas and the Constitution in textbooks. That was just made up. That was just flatly made up. Fascinating. Well, now we know. Midweek Politics is made possible in part by CSR Wire, the corporate social responsibility newswire at csrwire.com, by DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at difdesign.com, and by shentrition.com, provider of all-natural superfood and adaptogenic herbal blend at shentrition.com. To find out more about underwriting Midweek Politics, visit midweekpolitics.com.